What? What is it, baby? What? Say something then. Who's that jamming on the wall? Who's that jamming on the wall? Mandem on the wall. My name's Yungah Wade. I play the character of Failia in Mandem On The Wall.
My name's Percival Ascot, so as it's short. And I play the character of Yungah Baby Tinie Winie.
My name's D. Cartier, and I play the character of Yungah Baker.
And Mandem On The Wall is an online comedy series, and it's just about 3 characters and their adventures.
You sit and talk on the wall, basically. Yeah. The original idea for Mandem came from once we basically performed at something called a Splash Variety Showcase, and myself and Yungah, we did like a duo comedy set. D. Cartier over here is a stand-up king. He's in stand-up. After the show, we wanted to work together, so a week later we did so. And when we was creating the idea, we was thinking about, okay, what can young people relate to? And we was looking at the market and looking at what would be our niche in the market. We realised that this hasn't been touched, this concept. And we realised that in each of our childhoods and our backgrounds, that we all sat on a wall to discuss adventures and stuff like that.
And it's just about picking relevant characters that were going to attach the audience and going to allow a story to be developed.
There is always a similarity, that you can identify with, because it's like Matt Damon said it once. There is a portion of yourself in every character you play, but I can say that we are different to the characters.
There's little bits in there, like Baker. Obviously, he likes cakes, so that's touching on that sensitive side. Underneath the tough exterior, I'm quite sensitive sometimes, and you know what I mean. I never knew it before, so there's these little things, man, that you didn't even know about yourself. Yeah, this is a regular problem that we have to deal with on a day-to-day when filming. One of the major problems that we had before was the planes. This is a flight path or something like that.
What's that, D? I can't hear you, huh? Because we do things self-fundedly as well, we can't control the street, we can't block off the roads, we can't stop life from happening on the street. So usually it takes us like 6 to 7 hours or even more than that just to film a couple of scenes.
And you get someone like the guys over there that are digging and building, and you're like, yeah, we're going to go over to them and ask them if they can kind of... But you can't tell a guy to do. They've got a job to do, so these are the complications that come with filming without any budget, without any funding, and being self-funded. As soon as we released the first episode, within the first 24 hours, we picked up a good 7,000–8,000 views. But what we did was we released a documentary video before we even released the first episode to tell people what we was going to do. And this was before we even released an episode. So once we released the episode, people already knew what we was doing. They heard about it, and once it went out, it just started to circulate. A lot of the blog sites got hold of it. We told a lot of people to watch it. Obviously, some people are going to ignore you until something gets big. We have a saying where if you create a buzz, then the bees will follow. And you got to wait for a buzz to come and for people to start catching on to it and all their friends to get involved, and then they're like, yeah, it's cool to send it around. You know what I mean? So,
but how that felt is something that I still can't describe to this day. It's still weird to see something that you created once upon a time to have 1 million views. To know that like a lot of people watched it and have enjoyed your content, but I think there comes a confidence in us anyway. When we did start out, we knew that we had something special here, and we knew that if we can persist and believe in it so much, it can do well. Being truthful in terms of the language and slang and stuff like that. Like in the beginning, it was definitely a topic of discussion with us in terms of like, because one thing, if to portray this environment in terms of like being on a wall and the kind of characters that we do play, and for it to relate to our demographic, it's rightfully, truthfully, that you have to, those kind of certain words and stuff like that, and that you would express. In terms of it, like limiting our audience, I think progressively we've tried to sort of not use as much slang. And it's like, even with slang, it's a form of expression, so it's even tonal.
It's tone, how you say what you're saying.
How you say what you say.
Not what you're saying.
Because Baker actually says like quite articulate words, but he says it in a slang way. Like
the energy, the same energy and posture or whatever that you'd use whilst using slang is the same.
Do you
know what I mean? So people.
Example. Is it too much?
Yeah, like for example, Baker be talking and like, but Failia be like, oh yeah, hey, what's that cake taste like, Dad? This cake tastes sublime. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Sublime is not a word that is slang, but the way that he says it, the audience straight away they put two and two together and see the association and believe that it's slang, but it's not.
YouTube tells us that we've got people viewing from Canada, people in the States,
People from France, Germany.
But not even just, it's still UK based, but like Birmingham and stuff like that, like Manchester and I feel like for entertainment and even music as well, all that kind of stuff, that whole hub, I feel like different parts of the UK we're all on the same sort of taste in terms of what we all enjoy, all relate to. So
I think the only thing that maybe can separate anything is the language, the characters and the set of it all is universal. You get everyone that has sat on a wall or sat wherever they've sat with their friends talking about whatever it is that they want to talk about.
And the kind of situations that they find themselves in there, that's easy universal problems. You liking a girl and contemplating whether or not you should go over and talk to them, that's something that most guys will
everyone can relate to.
Yeah.